have to be out as much, and you can kind of grind during the day. And for me, you know, I've already kind of made all my connections, and I've really been working a lot of that, and you know, I'm really working with some really incredibly talented.
You travel?
I do travel. I mean, for the most part, which I'm sure Skye can relate to, it's like I get a lot of self-tapes, so I don't even really need to travel as much anymore. I get a lot of submissions from LA and from all over the world. I don't even need to go anywhere else.
You like the global vibe.
Exactly.
Exactly.
LA's LA, you know, and you know, right now it's like you can get submissions from anywhere in the world. You know, people send in self-tapes, and it's a new world technology-wise.
She got the vitamin tip. What kind of tip you have?
I would say tips, and if you're trying to be an actor, I think just it's never too late. I always feel like, you know, you can grind any time to be an actor. You just have to put yourself out there and keep submitting yourself and do what you need to do, and you might get discovered. I get them through agents, or you know, they submit themselves online through, you know, websites that we use. Everything's pretty much web-based right now, as you guys know. You know, doing a podcast and everything. Everything's online.
Is that digital?
It's a new world. Exactly. It's a new world, you know.
So we got this badass on the phone?
Yes, we do. We got
shit
Reinaldo
now.
on the phone.
Y'all know
Reinaldo
this
Green.
cat? You know this guy?
Is he there? Hello? Hey.
Hello.
Hey, Reinaldo Green?
Hey.
Is that you?
Hey,
Ronaldo Marcus Green, I believe.
Hey, this is Tonya. How you doing?
The Marcus out.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for having me.
Look, congratulations on your film, Monsters and Men. It's just awesome. Awesome.
Thank you.
I can't wait to go see it myself.
Oh, well, this weekend, try to get there.
Yeah, exactly. Where are you?
I am in LA.
I figured that.
You're in Bev Hills, you're in Malibu, you're in Los Feliz. Where you hanging? I'm all curious. I'm like, where you?
The swanky, you know, West Hollywood.
He's in WeHo.
Swanky
swank.
I don't.
I'm not complaining. Complaining.
I don't blame you.
So tell us a little bit about the film. Just a little bit.
What you want to know?
Everything.
How'd you book Denzel Washington's kid?
There you go.
He's amazing. Well, I went to NYU grad film, and Spike is a teacher there. He's a mentor, and I was when I was casting the film, I was like, man, I got to get Spike's blessing. So I went to sign up for some office hours, and I went I went there, and you know, it gives you about 30 minutes. Spike is like clockwork. You're in and out. So, you know, when you get 30 minutes, you got to get, 29 minutes. He's ready to walk you out the door. And so I was like, we went in. I was like, Spike, I'm passing my movie. What's it about? Cool.
What's it about? What's it about?
He's very short to the point. I was like, I'm looking for a young kid, an athlete. He's got to run. He's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So he, I cast three different guys. He told me about Anthony Ramos, who was in his series. She's Gotta Have You.
Okay.
So he was the one that told me about him. I ended up having a Skype with Anthony, and that's how that got cast.
Wow.
And he told me about John David Washington, and I didn't really know. I hadn't seen Ballers at the time, and so I was like, John David Washington, who's that? He was like, he's the guy. I was like, okay. So I ended up having a Skype with John, and he had this Ricky Jarrett beard going on, and I was like, oh, cool looking dude, sexy, not quite sure he could be a New York City police officer. He looks good.
Right.
Like, what's going on? And then, after talking for a little while, seemed like he was really committed. We ended up meeting. He came to the Sundance Directors Lab, and we spent 3 weeks basically workshopping 5 different scenes from the movie. And his commitment, his humility, I was like, this guy, he's really a star. We ended up, casting him. That's kind of how it happened. It was basically the time that we spent at the lab together, workshopping it, and he really brought his A game. And here's a guy who's he's a star of an HBO show. Doesn't need to be in Utah, donating his time to work on indies. But obviously he cared and he wanted to be there. He really responded to the script. And here it is. I'm, putting him through the ringer.
Was that before or after Klansman? Because he's hot now.
He's definitely hot.
No, he shot. It was before. They shot Klansman after us and released it before. Thank God, because now he's
got fire.
Star.
Exactly.
He's a star.
So what inspired you to do this movie?
I made a short film in 2015. It was called Stop, and basically it was about a young African American kid, high school athlete, walking home and getting stopped and frisked by the police. I made the short as a response to the Trayvon Martin decision to acquit George Zimmerman. It was just like, that was what was on my consciousness at the time. I make this short for $500, it gets into Sundance.
Wow.
In my
$500?
$500.
All right.
I cast this New York City police officer. He's a friend of mine. We grew up together in Staten Island. Like, he was a real cop, still works on the NYPD, and he's an actor in my film. Fast forward, we get into Sundance with this short. He comes with me. Obviously, he's one of the actors in the film. We're celebrating the short. Somehow, at the lodge where we were staying, we end up talking about the Eric Garner case in Staten Island. I used to deliver pizza there. Like, I knew that area so well. Us growing up in Staten Island, that was our backyard. Somehow we start talking about that tape. And one thing leads to another. What started off as a conversation between two friends ended in a very, very heated discussion. We saw two totally different things on tape. I look at that tape and I saw a guy that should still be alive. And he was like, "Ray, listen, it's unfortunate, but he was resisting arrest." I was like, "Resisting arrest?" Like, blah, 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 and then it just got heated. By the end of the conversation, like, I was like, "Whoa, this is intense." I felt so uncomfortable, but I was like, you know what? He's bringing up. He's like one of the good ones.
You was like, let me bottle that and try to make this into a film. We got a filmmaker over here, Detroit. Come here for a second.
Into a film, but that conversation was like, you know what? I hadn't heard that perspective.
Split the mic with
it was just something I hadn't heard, and thought that I could
bring you.
This is an interesting way to expand my 9-minute short film.
Right.
Was by going into another perspective, and I thought, okay, well, that's two. Maybe there's a triptych here, and so that's the triptych structure was born that day when that conversation, kind of changed my, it just opened my mind to how to expand this idea.
All right, this is like a Hollywood edition, right? This
Exactly.
show, we got a lot of Hollywood
stars. That's what
but
I said.
Detroit, I was going to say to you, Mr. Green, because we got what's your name?
My name is Kay Dawn Dumas.
And you shoot in Detroit, right?
And I'm actually filming a web series in Detroit, Michigan, and it talks about just sort of the social change that's been going on.
And so, director to director, what would you, Mr. Green, what would you give a new director, like, information? Or I know that you don't need, you probably have your own.
I'm always open.
But what would you say to somebody who wants to do the next, like you, tentpole film? That's on the way up. How do you raise the money?
Yeah, how do you get people on board?
How do you get the cheese?
Tell
the first thing.
Tell me, because
that's what it comes down to, right, casting director?
I mean, I think the fact that you made your own project, I think that, you made it for very little money, which I think is absolutely incredible. You got the right people involved, and that's really the way to do it, is if you have content, you can make it on your own. You can do it yourself now.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely. That was definitely one of the things I had to come to the conclusion of. It's just like you have the material, you shoot it, you get it done with what you have. And so it's just been an interesting journey trying to figure out, well, where will the money come from? Where will this? It all just comes. When people believe in what you're doing and they believe in how passionate you are about it, they're willing to help you, and that's one of the things that we found. My partner over there.
We're gonna bring in Miss Potter soon.
Yeah, we just
absolutely.
We found when people see how passionate you are about what you do, they're willing to help.
Copy that.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean, because this movie's coming out. Why don't you plug the movie real quick again?
Yes.
Loud and clear.
Mr. Green.
Oh, you want me to plug it?
Yes.
Shamelessly.
10 cities. We're in New York, LA, Houston, Dallas. A bunch of cities. We're all over the place.
Monsters and Men. Yes, opening now.
It's in my neighborhood.
Go out there and get the popcorn.
Hey, buy a ticket tonight. Somebody, your friend.
Shout out to Shantae. A friend of mine is in this film.
Shout out to Shantae. A friend of yours is in the film.
Wait a minute. Do you know Shantae? Reinaldo, you know Shantae?
Yeah, Shantae's in the film.
Yeah.
Shantae and I went to high school together.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's the truth.
Yep.
She really she brought it, and she kills it in Roxanne.
Well, it's a Hollywood episode.
Everything she's in, she's the truth. So.
All right.
What do you think? Because I know you mentioned Robert, right?
Richard.
My bad.
I don't know why I said that, because I got you in my phone like that. That's why.
Yeah, and that's what I cut and paste. So anyway, you said, "Wow!" When you heard that nickel to make the money, or $500 to make.
Because I come from that world too. Yeah. You're making stuff happen, obviously, and it's happening. So that's inspiring to anybody. But
no doubt.
So was it a high budget for you for this film right here, or
the next one?
Mr. Green?
Was it a high budget?
Yeah, was it high?
No. I mean, it's indie, so
okay.
Listen, we had more money than I ever expected to get, so I was already happy. But,
I don't
there's
blame
limitations when you're trying to do something ambitious. You know, anytime you're dealing with uniforms and cars in New York City. And
I got another actress sitting across from me if you cast it for your next flick.
Schedules, like, it adds up. You know, so every penny counts. We tried to put it on screen. You know, you get a nice tax credit in New York. You know, we got good producers that believed in us. You know, they didn't penny pinch us. We you know, I was fortunate to have 24 days to shoot, which is a luxury for a first-time independent film.
24 days.
We did what we could to put it together. And
I know, because you're shooting in 3, right?
Check me out on my IMDb. Skye Starke.
Yep,
I always got my name.
What was that? What was
You
that?
say it again. We have an actress here.
Yeah,
Reinaldo,
check me
just
out on
for you.
IMDb. Skye Starke. SKYE
Sky's the limit, right?
Sky's
You're
the
founder
limit.
of
You
Sky's
know it.
the
I got that
Limit.
tattooed on me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right now.
So
Yeah.
That's hot. That's hot.
that's crazy. So, anyways,
How did you two connect? And first of all, I love Utah and the independent festival out there. Is
oh
dope.
yeah. I have never been to
Redford,
Utah,
right?
but I've never been to Utah. How did I connect with Reinaldo?
Yeah.
On
Your
Facebook.
homeboy? Really?
Yeah, I talk to everybody on Facebook.
You
It's a great
do.
I do.
platform,
You just
actually.
I
want to
do.
meet
I
it.
talk to everybody,
All right.
and I just reach out, and he reached back, and I appreciate that. I really do. That
No
was really
doubt. That
that's
was hot.
dope.
That
I
was hot.
appreciate it. I will check out the film Sunday.
We will. You know?
That's right.
We will.
Sunday.
Turn them on to
Sunday.
Skye. All right, man. You the
Hey,
bomb.
Green.
Holla at him.
Mr.
All right.
Green, thank you for calling in.
Enjoy the swing
Thank you
West.
so much. Thanks for
Congratulations.
having me.
Congratulations to
We
you.
hope. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right.
Time
Bye
to
bye.
break. Got a few more minutes. Just want
Yeah,
to do
4 minutes.
Okay, 4 minutes. Is that 4 minutes or bionic?
Oh.
Say it, brother. Give
Just
us a
say it.
sign.
7 minutes?
Oh, a hard 7.
Oh, okay.
That's what
All right.
we do.
So
We're
listen.
going to try to squeeze in extra people before the 30-minute break. You may have to share the mic if you want to share the mic or step out. You want to step out?
Okay.
All right, Elizabeth, rock in. Skye, stay a second. Then we'll bring in, Alex, and he'll rap to us about PT and all the things he does and all that great stuff and everybody.
Wait a minute. I think I read something about you.
Go on.
What's that?
She bungee jumps?
Really?
Skydives.
Skydive?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's daring.
Jumped 25 times from 13,000 feet. I'm one jump away from getting my license, which means I'll be able to jump anywhere in the world without having
You got your own equip?
Yeah, no, not yet, but that's the plan.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Stan.
Yeah.
All right, so tell us your
crazy.
name again. Every time you speak, you gotta give us your hit now.
My name is Skye Starke.
And we can find you at,
And you can find me. You can find me on IMDb.
Right, that's where I found you.
I'm on. Nice. I've just downloaded
Instagram,
Backstage.
Skye.
Instagram at Skye Starke. SKYE.STRACKE.
Okay.
Find me on there.
They gotta say it slow. Say hi to y'all.
My
new friend
accent
that
too
joined
doesn't
us.
make it easier, but
Did you bring wine? Did you bring anything? What's
I
up?
got-
Look out.
I brought cheers to our nipples.
Love it. Love it. Cheers to the girls.
Good morning. as they say. Good morning, right? Richard, Ron, yeah. So tell us about yourself,
exactly.
Porter.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Elizabeth Potter. I'm a producer. I live in the city, and I'm producing a web series called Them Feels with a K over there.
Okay.
And I also write. I come from an acting background, specifically musical theater, and I've just been doing the arts and creating and bringing community together most of my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go
so-
get her. And did a skit
was this-
in The Deuce.
Yeah.
Don't
yeah.
bury the lead.
I wore this fabulous dress and got to hang on this guy's arm and be the eye candy for the night. It was fun.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It's a hot show.
You
Yeah.
from New York? You're from New York, right?
No, I'm actually from this little small town in central Pennsylvania called Danville, Pennsylvania.
Danville. I heard of it.
Yeah. I know how to garden and hunt and
Hunt.
grow all my own food and do the country
Do
girl
the country
stuff.
I don't consider that country girl, but anyway.
Because you
Yeah.
country, right?
I'm not really country.
Where are you from?
I am from everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I am a military brat, so I can fit in anywhere. If you want me to be Japanese, I'll be Japanese for you.
Yeah,
You want me to
yeah.
be all that.
Global citizen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
but-
what we were saying earlier with LB. It's not
Yeah.
about LA, it's about the globe.
So
True that.
I am Southern part because my parents are Southern.
I gotta text
Yeah.
Ruby and tell her you're in the building.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
I got some Southern roots in there. I can do the swang a little bit.
Yeah, I was.
Jacksonville, Florida is where I was born.
Oh yeah, a good friend who lives out
I
there.
heard of
yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's what I say. I heard of that.
That's where, well, you heard of it because that shooting that happened.
No, I heard your accent there.
Oh.
My accent?
Yeah,
Okay,
you came out a little bit, the
Came out a little
southern.
bit, that little
Yeah.
southern thing. What's
Famous
Nice.
serial killer in Jacksonville.
I don't know nothing about it. I know there's some crazy people there.
Yeah, he killed like a bunch of college kids, right?
Oh no.
Oh yeah, at University of Florida.
Heads off. Yeah, it was horrible.
Alex, you from the country, right? A little bit.
Wait a minute. Oh yeah,
You from North Carolina,
No,
right?
he from Tallahassee. Are you from Tallahassee?
Come up to the mic. You can split a mic
North
with
Carolina.
SS.
Don't shake your head like that when I said Florida, Tallahassee, Florida.
You got your tags
Don't
on
shake your
tonight.
head like that.
Definitely not from Florida.
Oh, okay.
There's another chair right there. There's a chair. There's a chair.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all good. Okay.
We're just gonna keep swiveling.
Yeah. Okay. Welcome to the show. Your name is?
Alex. I'm Alex Haynes from Summerville, South Carolina.
Somerville.
The closest big city I can tell people is Charleston.
Okay.
Right outside
I
of
heard of
Charleston.
Somerville.
I heard
you
Charleston.
haven't.
I have.
What part of Somerville?
I don't know all that.
Saying
but-
it like it's Lineville
Yeah,
and
exactly.
butt fuck. Where you from?
Oh yeah, that's the name of the band, right?
But no, I'm not from
How many
Florida.
people?
Why you say it like that? See, I'm
what's the
going to
name
get
of
at
the
you. I
town?
don't like the way you saying that.
Danville.
Danville.
Yeah, it's actually the home of the first T-rail. Fun fact of the railroad ties.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Okay.
how many people? We having a people challenge.
Oh, I don't know. I think like
Not like
8,000,
Brooklyn.
maybe.
Not like Brooklyn, like 8
yeah,
million, right?
maybe.
How
Okay,
many from
so-
your hood?
We're at a couple hundred.
Wow.
100,000.
Is that
A couple
cool?
hundred
Cats
thousand.
Wait a minute,
No,
hold on.
no.
Really?
We're a couple of hundred
Does
thousand.
Tumbleweed roll down through there?
No,
You must be married.
I'm at my school. My school in Somerville. We had the biggest high school in
You
the
from
state.
Australia or some shit,
That's right, yeah, mate.
So, wait a minute. How long you been here?
Almost 11 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, mate.
I know.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Richard, you born and bred here?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Do
You a Patriot fan?
Yeah.
You like Tommy?
Yeah, I mean,
Tom
Did I
Terrific?
say,
You
did I
can't
say the
help
wrong
it,
number?
I like the
say
Bruins.
his name
I don't like,
wrong
the
all the
Red Sox.
time. It's terrible. It's Robert.
It's Richard.
Richard.
Richard LeMay. You don't know
You
this
know
guy?
What is wrong
when
with
you
me?
put the rundowns together.
What is wrong? Look, I'm actually
And then you got upset at me the other day. She was like, no, I'm not putting, because I was like, Tanya, can you put in the break time? She was like, nah, I'm not putting in break time. I was like, okay, I'll do it, no problem.
That's the worst. Like when I go to networking events, like as a producer, I'm like meeting people, and then I'm just like, oh, what was that actor's name that I met? It was like Richard,
I stuck him in my
Robert,
phone.
well,
Or you
like,
try to wing it and you say another name and it's not that. It's like Chris. It's like it's Michael. It's
doing
like
that all
yeah,
day.
we're not gonna
All
see
day.
each other again.
all day, all day, all day.
I don't know.
So hey,
Who knows though? You
Are we
know.
gonna take a break?
I don't know.
That's
Do we
just
have
ass
to?
not winging.
No, we don't have to. We can keep it going, whatever. So let's talk about what's going on in the news right now. I know you
Oh, we
all.
was going to do a peg from that, right.
We got to talk about it
What do
just
you
for a
think,
second.
Kavanaugh?
Just
for
for
30
Kavanaugh.
seconds. Just for 30 seconds.
Kavanaugh. What are your thoughts? Do you believe her or do you believe him?
I always believe her.
Okay.
I always believe her.
I tell you what, I mean, I don't know her, I don't know him, and I believe in due process. I think
Right.
you have to follow due process, and I think an investigation has to be done if this man is to be appointed to a lifetime. I gotta move closer.
Yeah, you guys
That's
flip
what
the
I
mic.
was saying. Oh,
Sorry.
that's okay.
Yeah, if we're gonna have a lifetime appointment, you gotta have
Thank
due
you, brother.
process, you know.
I believe in due process, but I also believe in not throwing out someone's complaint immediately just based on their gender status.
Yes.
You know, I think that's a huge problem in our society right now.
Yes, we look like a couple, don't we?
I know.
I know.
Well, honey.
Yes, honey, I agree.
It's like
I
this is
love
us
that.
is over there. Okay. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
I don't know. I think, personally, I think the situation is old. I mean, I do feel for her, and I felt for her first, and then he gets on and starts crying, and I start feeling for him too. I'm like, hey, you can't tell from that. And what kind of investigation are you going to get from that old stuff?
Well, but what you can get is a lot of people who know his patterns, and it's weird because when I was in college or high school, I did some stupid shit.
Oh, we all
And,
did.
you know,
Yeah.
I like to think I've grown and I'm a better person and I'm an adult. But at the same time, we're talking about someone who is up for a lifetime appointment as a very loud voice of conservative values.
Right.
And that's a different animal altogether. I think it has to be scrutinized.
Well, I'm
at
glad.
least to the best of their ability.
I'm glad it's pushed back for a week now so they can try to figure things out.
Why put a time limit on it?
Well, I don't know. But they did. They did.
Right.
What about
But
Cosby?
that's what it is, and that's a bummer because that's what it is. They're trying to
push
just
back.
cram it
Yeah,
through.
exactly.
Well, that's what everyone's saying. They're trying to ram it.
It's a
Do we
delicate
remember
matter.
Al Franken?
Yes.
Senator Franken, some girl from decades ago says he
Yeah.
grabbed my butt and as a joke, and it made me feel uncomfortable. And he is no longer a senator because of that. And we're free. Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
Hold my thought for Bill because I know we gotta take a break. Yeah. We gotta shout out that cruise before we take a break. What we got? 10 seconds.
I'm a Prince fan. I don't know who all your Prince fans. We got that cruise going on.
Wow.
There's a cruise coming out of Louisiana, January 5th through the 10th.
Watch
Purple
Okay.
love all everywhere.
All right, girl. Let's take a
Look
break.
at
Let's
me.
take some pictures. Let's pop it in. Get everybody warmed up. All right, cool.
She's a dancer. 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 Got me watching you. She's a dancer, stuck on how she moves. She's a dancer, got me hypnotized. She's a dancer, gonna spend my money on my money tonight. Hey shorty, how you doing? See you every Friday. Watching you move. Damn, you're so sexy. No, it ain't real. It's all pure fantasy. Yes, I know the deal. It's all about the money. But I can't stop thinking about what we can do out of this club. Where it's just me and you. So say you're ready. Girl, give me that chance. Once I dive in, you'll be left in a trance. Got me watching you. She's a dancer, stuck on how she moves. She's a dancer, got me hypnotized. She's a dancer, gonna spend my money on my money tonight. Oh no, baby, I know this ain't real, but it feels like it is. Got me thinking I'm the only one that matters in this club. Every time we exchange words, I feel that rub on my leg, draw me in, asking if I'm ready for another dance. These pockets still heavy, so I said let's go. She took me to the top floor, now she gives me a private show. Booty go up and down, said the booty go up and down. Hips go round and round, said the hips go round and round. Booty go up and down, said the booty go up and down. Hips go round and round, said the hips go round and round. She's a dancer, got me watching you, got me watching you, got me watching you. She's a dancer, stuck
Damn.
Man.
Hit it.
Hey, we're back.
Damn, Skippy.
We're back.
The crowds got bigger.
I know. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Holla.
I ain't saying
He
it.
said let's mix it up, and you guys went from sitting next to each other, and we went from sitting.
Yeah, moved it down here.
It's like that game, chair
musical
game.
chair, musical chairs.
All right, so you was hitting us with cars. How come I got a bad reverb?
I don't know.
Is that mic on?
Huh?
I'm looking for my
I
phone.
can't. Well, hold on. Let me see if I can hear y'all. I don't know.
So cars
Check
is
one,
hot.
check
You know,
one,
Yeah,
two.
I can.
I just
definitely
feel
can.
I can't get over it, Bill Cosby. I can't get over it because
Cosby?
you know I'm a little older than most of you in the room, and I remember in college you didn't go out drinking on a Thursday night till after you saw the Cosby Show. He was everybody's dad.
Oh, yeah,
and
definitely.
and it really was kind of a link to
That's
you know
true.
beyond race, and that was a special thing, you know. And when he's like an icon, so when this whole thing happened, I just couldn't believe it, and to see him in jail.
Did
I
you
know,
see
did
the
you see-
perp walk?
I know with
Did you
the
see? Yeah,
braces
yeah, and then he was
I
walking really slow to the
I
car.
wouldn't look at
Oh
it.
my
I
god!
wouldn't look at it.
I
It
really
hurt my
felt-
heart
it
to see
did.
that.
That
That
hurt me.
That really hurt me.
Yeah.
Because even though all the mess that's going on and whatever is going on,
But
I
you know
mean,
what? It's a
it
touchy
still hurt me.
time. Okay, can you go? Where's my horn?
Well, it's a
That's the main
legit
I wanna
thing.
know.
I mean,
Yeah, definitely,
He
definitely.
got tried
Yeah,
and he's guilty,
and he's
but I
guilty.
still can't get over it, and I hate to think about it. And you know, young people, you guys don't even realize like he was
America's dad.
He was America's dad.
Guess
and
what they
that's-
served him in his first day
America's
in jail?
dad was.
Who eats
What?
that? Meatballs
Jello.
and rice? No, they didn't give it. There was no
Jello
dessert.
pudding.
They said.
That's a news joke.
Well, no, but that was in that article. It was the
That's
vanilla
it.
pudding, and
Yeah, it
I
was
thought
the
that was
vanilla
kind of
pudding.
fucked up
That was
because
fucked
I'm like, we're making jokes. This
That was
man's
like in
in.
the movie To Help when she served that cake. Okay.
Go ahead, eat that cake. Eat
that cake.
cake, Anime.
You're beautiful and you're smart. But anyway, you know, listen, he's done a lot of horrible things. We got any social media people here?
Yeah.
Yeah? Because there was a major hacking going on today.
Oh, a major hack.
I
Yeah,
heard about that.
Facebook had it.
Oh,
Big
see, I
time.
didn't know about that.
Oh.
really good with your.
I know. I usually am, but today I'm
She
lagging.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna have to teach me
How do
something,
you
girl.
know? You're going to plug us in.
How do you know?
I really like to do
Negotiating.
artistic stuff, little like jumpy videos and stuff. And
Oh, we thought you did that before that was you, but that's an actual feedback.
What's this?
It must be the metal plate in my head.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, exactly,
But I love
exactly.
boomerangs. You know, you ever seen those Instagram videos where they go forward? and
Right,
back?
right,
My
right.
favorite thing is boomerangs, and so like I'm usually on top of it. I did not hear about that today because I'm like in my.
She's got
bag.
to talk to the mic.
Trying
Right,
to-
right.
Oh, I'm like
Thank you.
in my bag trying to get this web series cast that we're doing. So I'm just like, I don't have time for all this today. I need to respond to these emails. So that was
Right.
the one thing I didn't hear about.
I don't
Yeah.
even know how to make a boomerang.
No, neither do
The
I.
key is to start where you want to end.
Start where you want to end.
Who's talking? Who's happening? Who is
This is Elizabeth Potter, a producer in New York
Plug,
City
plug,
of
plug.
Potter Productions.
I got you.
Yeah, but you gotta start where you want to end. With
So we're gonna
Boomerang.
try that. We're gonna try that when
Okay.
we get when we
Okay.
get finished.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll be
Let's
the
do it
like
today. Let's do it now.
Yeah.
I'll be the boomerang
Why not?
director.
Yeah.
but-
Yes, do your thing.
It's a film. What do you guys do on Instagram? Or whatever.
You know what's so interesting is I'm not that active
Really?
on social media. Yeah, I know a lot of people have to be in this industry. I just don't take it as seriously. I really only use it for friends and catching up with friends. I don't follow a lot of celebrities. I know that that's really rare nowadays. I think most people are like super into, you know.
My dog up. I'm the saddest human.
Oh, y'all are established
It
too.
might be a
I just, you know,
millennial thing too.
I mean, and I'm not. Interestingly enough, I'm 40. You know, like I'm definitely maybe in the older subset where it's just not as important to me. But I do have a lot of friends that are like they have stories and they're telling their stories all day, every day, and that's fine. That's no judgment. I think it's amazing if you want to share your whole life. I think you should.
I
You
don't
know.
want to hear that you went to the store to get milk.
Look, I hate
And
food
Alex
pictures.
and Alex
food
has
pictures
never
are a
done
little
a
much.
story in his life. There's
Never?
There's never been a story on Instagram in my life on my Instagram.
What do you do?
I'm a personal trainer. That's the problem. I
Just put
should
pictures.
I should
I
probably
love the
do
man.
stories,
Picture
but
Oh yeah, you would be like the man.
Yeah.
but I don't have my phone that much in my hand.
That's great.
I like you living your life. I like you living your
not
life.
addicted.
It's nice
How
not
about
to
you
be
give it a
attached to it.
Yeah, I'll take a week off sometimes, and it feels like a really long time for me. I'm like, yeah. But you know, I mean, now I guess I'll post every few days instead of every day like I used to. But I do it to promote myself, or I try to inspire others on there, which I apparently am doing. You know, I like to motivate. I do a lot of self-motivational things, and posting my work, posting about what acting thing I'm doing. Or
Who's your mentor?
Who's my mentor? BJ. She lives in Washington. She's a great mentor.
Who is she?
Her name's BJ. She's been
BJ.
BJ.
Oh, BJ.
Betty Jean.
Okay.
I was like, damn, Mary
But no, she's been helping me with my own business that I own, which is another side project. But now that I'm focusing more on my acting, I guess I could use some more mentors in my life.
Who are you mentoring?
We all could.
Because that's what.
Who am I mentoring?
Yeah, it's like a positive thing, right?
Well,
Play it
I'm
forward.
helping some other girls who have struggled with issues that I have, like with drinking. I've now been sober for a year. I posted about that recently. Yes. So, you know, I made like a long post, and I had a girl, and I've had this happen before, like reach out to me and say, I think I have a problem too, can you help me? And I'm honored to do that, you know, like if I can like help change other people's lives and be the reason why they get themselves better sooner, if not ever, that's really special to me. So, yeah, I'm always down to help anyone that needs help, you know.
Well, that's what we,
Yeah.
you know, that's what it comes back to being the shit. That's
Exactly.
what made us start the program.
Exactly.
You know, mentoring, each one teach
Inspiring
one.
people.
Positivity, clarity, authentic
Yeah.
self, all those buzzwords you hear
All
in
that
yoga.
good stuff. Yes, meditation.
No. Don't look at me and say yoga.
Oh,
I'm too young.
So, you know, she thought you was a former ball player on the, I did too, because I told them you was a former ball player.
Yeah, you told me. That's
why I was like, send the bio, send the bio.
Well, here's the thing. I had the opportunity. It was just the wrong time for me because I just came off of a knee injury, so that window is very short-lived.
Right.
I have a good mind now because I'm not taking those hits the way that these players are these days.
What do you think about that? CTE,
It's
ballers,
real.
it's real.
It's real because in the short time that I did play through college, I mean, I know there's at least 2 games that I don't remember.
Oh.
So, and I played in the whole game.
Wow.
And I don't remember them. So
what position?
Running back.
Okay.
And so it is real.
You did.
I think it's a real thing.
Number 6.
That's definitely
Chair number 6 is all yours.
It's definitely a real thing.
That's kind of scary because you heard about
I'm glad that I'm out of
Hernandez.
it.
I was just
Correct.
about to say that.
Yeah, he had the worst, they said.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Junior Seau.
I lived in SD. I was a news director at the local station when he died. I remember that clearly, yeah. Shit is real, man. This is crazy. I don't want to end on a sad note.
No, we're not going to end on a sad note. On a fun. Well, it's not funny. It's scary. Let's talk about that little kid. Did y'all hear about that little baby?
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Crawling.
You know what the craziest part
across,
about that is?
It wasn't a highway. It was a busy street, though.
Oh my goodness!
Did y'all hear
that today?
No, that was like.
But my favorite part is when the reporter went to her house to get a statement. She says, "Thank you for asking my side, but I gotta go take care of my kid." What?
Exactly.
What were you doing 3 hours ago?
So let me break it
How
down.
does a baby open a door? It was a baby.
Yeah. So let me break it
brain
down. For you.
chip.
Let me break it down for you. There was a kid somewhere in Jersey. I can't remember what part
How
of Jersey.
old?
It was a toddler.
Infant? Okay.
It was an infant because they were crawling from
Boy,
the house.
girl?
I guess a boy. I'm not sure.
A little boy.
Yeah, it was a little boy. They left the house. The parents didn't know. Opened the door and crawled out into the street.
Probably was hungry.
He was crawling.
How can you open the door?
Exactly.
When you're hungry, or something, right?
He pushed the screen door. That's what it was. It was
Oh, I mean, it could
baby
have been
Bam
ajar.
Bams,
You know
you
how
know.
screen doors are in like maybe
Exactly.
older houses.
Somehow,
or
but
something.
anyway, whatever the case be, there was cars coming. A good Samaritan stopped, blocked the kid off, and picked up the kid and went back to the, and found the
neighbor knew.
Yeah, the neighbor knew. Went there, knocked on the door. Okay, thanks. That's what the people did.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Oh my God, thanks. And that was it.
You're a parent, and you live in New Jersey.
Okay.
So that's probably striking a
You
chord,
can't
huh?
say that for a baby. That's
No.
like, oh, thanks for
I
giving me
don't
my
claim that.
newspaper.
Yeah.
Right? I don't claim that.
I wouldn't even say that for my dog.
Oh, thanks for grabbing my mail. Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Thank you.
Oh.
In the middle of the street. I don't get that. I don't get people like that at all.
Yeah,
Okay,
something is
thanks.
up
They're
with
not
that.
the shit.
Some people
So,
suck.
yeah, some
No.
they're not the shit.
They need to be learned. Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Taught. Sometimes you
so-
got to be taught the shit.
Yeah, sometimes when you're old,
You got to blossom yourself.
I don't know.
You know?
I don't know. Sometimes
well,
people
it's
can't
kind of
be taught.
like you saying, you know, you mentor on people would going through challenges. It's just sometimes you just don't wake up.
Yeah.
Do your thing, you know. Sometimes you gotta take the twists and the turns and the
I would
challenges
never
of life,
expect-
you know, and grow.
So did all of
Amen.
you all of you want to be what you are today?
It's so interesting.
Did
I kind
you,
of
girl?
evolved.
Yeah.
Evolved.
I actually wanted to be a rock star.
You are a rock
You
star.
are.
But let me tell you something. You can
Where's
you?
that fan? Let's get that fan blowing.
That's right. That's right.
But the deal is, can you create it, right? If you want to be it,
Well, you can.
You have to.
I think
create it.
100%.
yeah, you gotta put it.
I don't think I loved it enough. I was a music person before I got into TV, so
Well, that's the thing. You have
yeah,
to.
I didn't love it enough. I
went
loved
broke
it.
4 times over.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that's so good to hear.
Yeah, it's about
That's the way you learn, right?
I mean, if you don't take a
about-
risk, you're not going to succeed. You're just not.
And
I've been
it's
so
always
nervous
risk.
lately.
It
I've been so
is.
nervous
It's okay.
lately about
It'll
going
come back
broke.
around.
I'm like, oh, I'm doing this thing. I'm pouring like all of my resources into it, but I'm so passionate about it. And I'm thinking back to what you just said, like, or like, have you always wanted to be what you are now? And I'm like, I've always been a storyteller.
Right.
It started with acting, and it evolved into writing and producing. And so it's just like, wow, actually, I have always known I wanted to be this, but it's so scary. You do have to make a lot of sacrifices,
Right.
and I'm just grateful that I have, you know, the sound mind to persevere, and that's so important.
And plus,
And
you
the
got somebody
community.
pushing you.
Yeah.
The support.
Without her, I'd be like,
Support, yeah.
Work makes the dream work.
we need each other.
I actually usually always say too, when I'm talking to my actors who like, you know, I mentor or teach, I always say there's something
Where do you
about
teach?
I just teach at different, you know, when you're seeing different industry folks, and there's certain actor, I mean, I'm not going to mention names because I don't want to promote everything, but when I'm going to teach, I always tell people, like, there's an authenticity, I think, that comes through when you're an actor, and also when you're a storyteller, when you're trying to tell a story, and I think people will respond to it. Like, if it's the truth, people feel that, and then it'll come back around. Like, if you, it might take more time than you want it to, and I think the patience game is super hard.
Yeah.
Super hard.
That's the super
It's
hard.
the weight.
Exactly.
It's the
It's the
weight,
weight.
you know?
No
But if you
waiting.
stick to it, if you really, really stick to it, because I know a lot of filmmakers, and it took them sometimes, I mean, I hate to say it, 10 years to succeed.
Yeah.
10 years, you know? But they did.
Well, you heard
eventually.
about the guy,
Yeah.
you know, Green.
So,
Well, I tell you
Yeah.
what,
You know.
though, I was happy as hell when I was broke because I was doing my thing.
Right.
And
I
so
get it.
it was a sacrifice, but it never felt like a sacrifice because there was no other alternative.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going all over the place.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I've been all over the place. I've gone from being a program director for a mental health institution to a teacher, and now personal trainer. Also coaching and all that stuff, but now personal trainer. So anything after a mental health facility director, anything after that is a cakewalk.
Yeah.
An absolute cakewalk.
Sounds
still
like
helping people.
flew over the cuckoo's nest.
You're still helping people be
But I
better.
think the
You know what I
value-
mean?
Yeah,
You're still helping
it's
people be
still
better,
helping
and, you know.
people.
Right, you
That's
can
But
hear
the
that.
value in that is you know what
Exactly.
you don't want to do.
I like the casting
That's-
vibe.
that's
too, of helping
important.
people
Look,
get better
when
because
you're
it's
looking
not
for your
just-
next gig person, just
But
call,
we're helping each
you know,
other.
call
you
me,
know
call
what I'm
me
saying?
up.
I always
Right.
say, like, I think, and I spoke about it when I saw, you know, at the panel, I think we're there for each other, you know. I know how hard it is. I know how hard it is to be a producer and a filmmaker and a director and an actor. You're so vulnerable. You're so vulnerable. You're really showing your true self.
Right.
And I know how hard it is for people to see that and to feel it.
Right.
So if you just kind of open yourself up to it, you know, like I open myself up to these actors, and they appreciate it so much because I'm treating them like human beings.
Right.
You know,
That's
and then
not always
people
the
will
norm.
eventually,
Right.
you know, feel that worth. They'll feel it. They'll appreciate it, and eventually you'll
You'll
do
move
what
with
you're-
it, right.
You'll get
Thank
paid.
you.
You'll,
It's
you know,
putting
it'll
those
happen for you.
It's already happening.
ripples out.
Yeah.
Like you're putting the ripples out,
Yeah.
and then there's a reaction. There'll
come
be
back.
a reaction. Just
come
might
back.
not be like right away.
Exactly. Be patient.
Yeah,
Be
like-
Be patient.
This is
That's
so
like the
affirming.
ticket.
I made 3 features.
No, but it feels really good.
I made 3 features before I sold one.
Yeah.
So
See, like, yep, exactly.
you know, you gotta just keep on
That's
keeping
just
on.
love
Yeah.
for what you do. Definitely. I know I was in this when I first got in this business. I didn't get paid, and then when they said, "Oh, you want to get paid?" I was like, "What?"
Right? Right?
I was like, "Really?" It's like, "Yes, child, you're gonna get paid." For
Yes,
this,
child.
okay?"
I got a job 2 years ago shooting my first studio film, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, I'm getting paid up front? What? That was cool.
Awesome. So
You know
you're
what
not
they
going to do
say,
your own film?
work never done.
Have you ever had desire
What'd you
to
say?
write, produce?
I've had desire. I mean, I basically have produced. You know, I work with some really incredibly talented screenwriters who it's like if you invest enough time and emotional energy into certain people, they bring you a part of that project.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I've been lucky enough to be able to do that, where I've kind of aligned myself with people who are filmmakers and who want to, you know, just kind of bring you up together. It's like you are a team together. So yeah, I think eventually I will. I love the whole process. I think the process is beautiful. I love people just in general. Like I love sharing whatever, you know, whatever gifts I've been given. I want to share it, and you know.
That's
so.
awesome. I love people too.
Yeah.
I love
like
you.
people, too.
I love you.
Well, that's why I'm in the
I love you.
I don't know. Anyways.
Good energies.
Yeah. And it's good.
Anyways,
But it does take a while because this is my second career actually, because I've been a long time morning news executive producer, and I bounced back and forth New York, LA, Utah, Bakersfield, blah blah blah, and then I was like in 11 I was going to go to San Francisco to run the NBC affiliate.
I cannot imagine you doing news.
I killed news. I'm like the ratings guy. They know
Like,
they know I
can't-
bring it. I make
we
the
did
numbers
talk
pop.
shows together. That's how
Yeah.
we met. Latifah,
yeah.
Geraldo.
Yeah, I'm a talker.
Yeah,
Right.
We talk shit.
But then, but then somebody called me to do PR, and PR worked for me for the gift of gab. Plus, I like people. So, like you said, it takes 10 years. This is my 11th year.
That's
You know, so it took a while to get it going, to make the cheese, make the money or whatever, get the good client, the one that's going to get put on MSN or Foxy or CNN. Like I have people on tonight. Like what time is it? 10 o'clock. Doing hits all up
Usually
and
his
down.
phone be blowing up.
Yeah, but I put it to bed good now. But it does take a while, and I was going to crash and burn a lot. But you know, you have your support team that says, stick in. So, how about your parents? What about close to
Very,
mom?
very supportive. You know, I'm grateful to have such a strong support system. People who believe in what I do. They always
Is this
speak
your
life.
First baby? Your first project?
Actually, no.
Okay.
No, I started Masego Productions, which is my production company, in 2016 with my short film, The Discussion.
Okay.
It was about an interracial couple talking about the preschool to prison pipeline. It was a short, yeah. It was real short. It was originally written as a scene, and I just wanted to produce it. And so from there, I was just like, all right, I'm going to keep doing this. So Them Feels, my web series, this is like my latest project, and everybody's like really, you know, pats on the back and stuff. They're just like, we're so excited for you. We know you're capable of greatness.
You casting too? You
Yeah, we're in the final stages of solidifying the casting, so we'll have those offers sent out tomorrow.
Good luck to you. Good luck. Good luck.
Oh my gosh, we did a one-act play festival like what, a couple years ago?
It was last summer. Last summer.
It feels like ages ago.
We did this Abbott and Costello. Boom,
Abbott
boom, boom. I wore this like giant jacket.
Who's on first? Like
who's on first? Who's on first? Who's on second?
Yes.
Second.
Who's on
And
second?
like we like put this shit together in like a week and a half.
Oh my,
memorized,
like total because we had like one rehearsal, like a week or something.
Yeah, it was intense.
It was fire, as they say.
We're
huh?
both Virgos, both Sagittarius moons.
Yep.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. All the
I don't know what
astrology
that
folks
means.
out
Your
there.
energy
Sounds
is
like
off
sisters.
the chain. I love it.
Oh, her birthday is the same day as my little sister's birthday, so I was like, this is too weird. So
It has some connection. You know?
That was
Got a lot of
meant to be
things
right
in
there.
common.
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
So she whips me into shape. I like keep the reins on, so we have a really interesting dynamic. So
Yeah, it's a good push-pull.
And what's the name of the firm again?
Masego Productions. She's Potter Productions.
All right.
Yeah, together we're making them feels happen in
All
Detroit
right.
next weekend.
Because you know what? Wait a minute.
They're going to
Next
Detroit.
weekend, that's
Next
right.
weekend.
That's right.
Weekend.
Yeah, okay.
So I'll chop it up with the fam a little bit, then it's off to work.
All right.
Yeah,
Good luck.
12-hour
And
shoot
good luck.
days.
And I'm gonna get her some good Detroit food.
I'm so excited.
Just don't drink the water, I guess. I mean,
Well-
ask Flint. I mean, what's up with the water?
Yeah.
You wanna know
Did you see
something?
the
They're
Michael Moore
doing
film?
legislation's doing Flint real dirty
Oh,
right
shit,
now.
she got
They're doing
30
Detroit
seconds.
real dirty with the lead.
Michigan
Michigan has some of the best water in the country, and it is being sold to the highest bidder. Basically, it is not being given to the residents, and that is unfair.
Everybody plug themselves in real quick. We got 20
Oh,
seconds.
this the last end of the day?
Oh, wait a minute. We got 5 minutes. We got 5 minutes.
Oh.
We got 5 minutes. That's good. That's good. We're staying at 10:05.
But we taking a 2 minute.
Well, I'll
30 second
plug
stop?
myself.
Yeah, okay.
I'll plug myself. So
Go ahead.
I'm at Kitten Caboodle on Twitter and Instagram. So that's KITTNKABOODLE. Masego Productions on Facebook. And if you just want to look me up, I'm K Dawn Dumas. So it's Dawn like the morning time, Dumas like Alexander Dumas. Shout out to Three Musketeers fans.
All right. All right. Go ahead, go ahead. Make it rain.
Yeah, so I'm Elizabeth Potter. You can find me on social media at my handle E_A_Potter. And
that's
my
P-O-T-T-E-R.
P-O-T-T-E-R, like Harry Potter.
Yeah. Okay.
Elizabeth Ann Potter. I'm the most British person you'll ever meet. And and Potter Productions, LLC.com is my production company. We do all production management, so check that out too.
You don't get your email.
I do. I got it. I got you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, just a little late.
If you don't get your email,
Yeah.
like, what's life all
All
about?
right.
True that.
True
Plug
that.
yourself. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, well, I'm Alex Haynes. You can find me on Instagram at Coach A Haynes. That's with a Y, Haynes. Not like the Hanes underwear. And I'm probably one of the, Jake can attest to this, I'm probably one of the most in shape, unfit trainers there, because I'm the one that's walking in with pizza right after my workout.
Oh, wow. I wish I had pizza right now. I could have a double slice. But yeah. He's busy. He looks like he got a good clientele.
Yep.
Okay.
So always looking for more clientele. So
Okay.
All right.
Instagram.
All right.
What's up, the rock stars? Yo, you got
so
a vitamin?
my
you
name
can
is
pass
Skye
me?
Starke. I take
Fucking
your
vitamin.
spirulina and all that good stuff. But
You
you
do
can
what?
find me. I said take your spirulina and all that good stuff.
Look at the bling on her
Yeah.
ears. You go, girl.
So yeah, you can find me on Instagram at skye.strake, SKYE.STRACKE, or IMDb. I'll say it with American accents in case. So it's SKYESTRACKE.
All right.
Yep.
Ara.
Oh, and email skye.strake4@gmail.
We got to get some of you guys together beyond the
Yeah.
like
Only the
BTS.
serious stuff
Yeah,
emails
definitely.
people
Y'all-
come
you might have
on.
to cast it out.
We actually just had coffee on Monday.
Coffee on Monday.
When I met you all Wednesday, was that you?
Who said
Yeah,
coffee
we
on
just,
Monday?
we were on the panel together. So
yeah, I
we-
know. But was that your first time meeting each other?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go. All right.
Solid.
Connections right now. See how that worked out?
What's up, LB?
And I'm Lori Malkin. LB Casting is my company. Actors don't hit me up on social media because I will not respond. But if you see that I've posted a casting under LB Casting, you can certainly hit me up through the acting websites.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
How's the cheddar?
Wait a minute. So, what's one tip you can give the actors and actresses when they come in to cast?
Who are here?
It's a good question, and a lot of people ask me that. I'm really into preparedness, but more so than that, I'm really into, and I'm sure you can probably just feel that from my energy, I'm into genuineness and authenticity. There's nothing worse than someone who comes in who acts the part. You know, they're reading the lines, it feels robotic, or it just doesn't feel like them, and it's not believable to me. I absolutely hate that. It's a big pet peeve of mine. So I would say for me, it's all about you walk in and you are the part, because it can be sloppy, it can be dirty,
It's
it
gotta
can
be you,
You
a
know,
part
it
of
just
something,
feels
yeah.
real. It
Yeah.
just feels like you are that person. And there's nothing worse than an actor who quote unquote acts.
Right.
Skye, how you feel about that?
I hear that, yeah, and there's nothing better than when you see a role that you can really relate to. I actually don't enjoy seeing a role that if I can't relate to it, I'll try, but I'll usually.
What's been some of your faves?
What's been some of my faves?
Favorite roles?
Favorite roles? All of my roles are my favorite roles.
All right, we got about 30 seconds left. Let's.
Oh, I still got to plug me.
Yeah, plug. Yeah.
Richard LeMay. You can find me on Instagram at Rich LeMay. If you want to see what I'm doing, it's rlemay.com. And that's
Spell it. Always gotta remember.
RLEMAY.com.
Yeah. Sometimes they don't get the spelling. They don't get you because they can't find the spelling. If it's an LB, they get it.
I'm sorry.
One more plug.
If you want to support what we're doing, you want to support independent Detroit Midwest art, go to seedandspark.com, SEEDAND, Spark, SPARK.com. Search them fields.
All right,
give us a
them
follow.
fields.
Who we got next week? Oh, shit. We couldn't even tease the show.
Oh.
All right, so
We got the Vita shit for next week.
we got 1 minute, but anyways,
got next week,
we're supposed to be having
Derek Bernard?
Yes,
Okay.
coming in. I don't know who else yet. I just don't like to plug that. But anyways, I want to thank my girl Ursula King for doing the artwork for us, and all the my boy, what's his name? Oh my God, Frost. Frost with all the
Robert.
music and everything.
Robert,
My boy
exactly.
DJ J.U. Weiss.
DJ J.U. Weiss
for
has it
helping
hot.
us out here. And I want to thank all my guests for coming out. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. See y'all next week.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
That was hot.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
See you later.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Coffee.
Real daughter, real fancy. I'ma look like a pinup tonight. Start the night out right. Pre-gaming with my ladies, if I might. Let me puff on that hookah, let me sip some wine. Like I'm out of day, pin up on my dress so tight. Tonight I'ma drink my sorrows. Tonight I'ma smoke away all my stress. Yeah. Me and my girls about to act to hotness. Pop 15 bottles and excuse the hotness. Straight looking cute. All them looking at they could get the boo. Noche de mujeres, see I get a clue. Now duck face girls, it's a photo shoot. It's time to wind my body. It's time to work up a sweat. Go on DJ, slow the tempo. Cause this party ain't over yet. Yes, we're feeling right. Yes, we're feeling right. Ladies night. Get them hands up high. Keep them hands up high. Ladies night. Popping bottles right. Fit and dresses tight. Ladies night. Yes, we're feeling right. Yes, we're feeling right. Ladies night. Now I would say yeah, man, it's just past 2. And I think I'm seeing double. Think I lost a shoe. Ended up on the ground, stumbled on my ex wall. The wall I was sipping was him I was next to. Hit up my girls like what? It's a dub in this club, about to get some grub. Hop in the cab, yeah, we out to the height. Finish up the champagne.